Hej, drenge og piger. Velkommen tilbage til Bioshock. Jeg er klar, vi siger. Jeg ser om den husker et rent faktisk. Det gjorde den. That is quite nice. I like it. I have my trusty boomstick. Oh! A boss time now. I have... jeg har ikke... Nå, ja.
What can I do with this one, Aphrodite? She won't stay
Still.
I want to make them beautiful, but they always turn out wrong. That was too fat. This one too tall. This one too symmetrical. And now, what's this, goddess? An intruder. He's ugly. 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 Look at you, hideous!
Reload. Lækkert, jeg har tid til at reloade. Boom. No? Huh. Sådan der. Whoa! Let's smack this bitch. There we go. I like it. Womp. Ooh, nice.
You all right?
I'm fine.
Time somebody took care of that sick bastard. Make sure you get the key off Steinman and head back to emergency access.
Huh.
I'm working my way to the backside of Port Neptune myself. We'll get there soon enough.
Jeg var sikker på, at jeg havde skudt den, men der kom heller ikke noget eksplosion. What is that? I saw something. Nej. Oh, det var det jeg så. Ah. Okay. Oops. My bad. Nej, okay. Ved du hvad? Let's use this one. Den her time. Nothing in here. Ooh! Ja, der. Der. Quite nice, I like it. Womp. Nice. Ooh. Oh, wow. Oh, no, right here, right here. There we go. Woo. Oh, whoa. Wow, det har jeg aldrig set så meget healing. Wow, de vil være sikre på, at man vil kunne klare ham, hva'? Alright. Ha. Wow. Hvad skete der med min stemme? What the heck? Ja, jeg er ellers færdig med overgangsalderen, men what the heck? Oh. Okay. Var det hende? Nej.
The nose looks terrific, Dr. Steinman. Doctor?
You know, looking at it now, I didn't realize how much her face sags. Scalpel?
Excuse me?
Scalpel.
Doctor, she's not booked for a facelift.
Let's just come in here and...
Doctor, stop cutting. Doctor, stop cutting. Get me the chief of surgery. Get me the chief of surgery now!
Oh, crazy guy. Oh, that's right. Jeg fik orden det her sted, jo. Come on, come on! Woo! There we go. Woo! Okay, jeg har stød på mig. Lækkert. Lots of money. I like it. Quite nice. Okay, du er færdig, håber jeg. Oh yes, I smacked you the last time. That's right. Fik jeg ordnet? Yes, I did. Why not? Why not? Nej, ved du hvad? Det er okay. Jeg tror faktisk, den ekstra ammunition til min revolver, jeg ikke kunne tage før, jeg tror faktisk, det var de der stærke skud. Så mind mig lige om, og når Big Daddy I used oh. Holy shit.
It's a little one. Here's your chance to get some Adam.
Ooh. Really? Lige i hovedet.
Stay away from her, or it is you who will be shot next.
Easy now, Doctor. He's just looking for a wee bit of Adam. Just enough to get by.
I'll not have him hurt my little ones.
It's okay, lad. That's not a child. Not anymore, it ain't. Dr. Tenenbaum saw to that.
Bitte, do not hurt her. Have me no heart.
Aye, that's a pretty sermon coming from the ghoul who cooked up them creatures in the first place. Took fine little girls and turned them into that, didn't you? Listen to me, Boyle. You won't survive without the Adam those things are carrying. Are you prepared to trade your life, the lives of my wife and child, for Tenenbaum's Frankenstein?
Here. There is another way. Use this. Free them from their torment.
Nah.
I will make it to be worth your while. Somehow.
Inden jeg lige ordner det, lad os lige tjekke, om han har noget på sig. Åh. Ba, ba, ba. Just in case. I will save now. Just in case. I finder ud af, hvad jeg har tænkt mig om et lille øjeblik. Let's do it. Lad os se, jeg mener, at det er den her, but I'm not sure. Nope. Det var ikke det, jeg vil. Kom til at trykke forkert. Men det er helt okay. Jeg har lige gemt nemlig. Alright, lad me try again. Der havde jeg lige svært ved at køre det ind. Let's do it. Yes. I am the evil man. This time. Nice.
That Adam should do the trick. You did the right thing. Just remember, them things aren't people no more. And it's Dr. Tenenbaum they got to thank for it.
How can you do this thing to a child?
That was not a child.
There are other little ones who have need of your help. Will you be as cruel to them?
Ja.
If you cross paths with another of them gatherer's garden machines,
What?
make sure you pick up a new plasmid or two. That's if the price ain't too dear, of course.
Ja, fordi hvor mange spil kan man være ond i? Ikke sandt? Så... Lad os sige det først.
Not only are those
Oh.
little girls veritable atom factories, they're nearly indestructible. They regenerate any wounded flesh with stem versions of the dead cell. But their relationship with the implanted slugs is symbiotic. If you harvest the slug, the host will die. So you see, it's not like killing, Tenenbaum said. It's more like removing a terminal patient from life support.
Okay. Alright. Håber I sidder godt. Let's do it.
BioShock was groundbreaking in many regards when it released in 2007, though fundamentally it shared many consistencies with the Rational System Shock series. What elements of System Shock translated into BioShock, and what was refined, altered, and innovated upon to create the world of Rapture? Let's take a look at the long road from System Shock to BioShock.
Det er jo noget med, at de skulle lave en remaster af det der System Shock 2, hvis jeg ikke skulle tage meget fejl.
Everyone knows where the game ended up, but I think fans would be interested to learn where this game or the idea of doing this game started. And I think, you know, folks know System Shock and the legacy of that game, huge fan base. Did it start as a System Shock game initially?
No, I mean, because we didn't have the rights to that.
Yeah.
Right? We kind of felt that there was more game design to mine there. You know, that it was sort of, we did that one game, and it was sort of the first game that really combined shooting and RPG, and it was a very small budget. You know, it was a very small team, and it was the first game we had ever done, so we got pretty lucky, I think, in terms of how well it came out, but the odds were sort of stacked against it. And the team, was really enthusiastic about doing a game like that. And time had evolved, and the team was much more, we had done a bunch of games together, and we had a stable technology base, and we were like, okay, well, which System Shock 2 was not. I mean, that engine, no game had ever shipped on that engine. It was a very crude piece of technology. Most of us had never shipped a game at the time. So like, well, what if we had a stable technology base, and we had a team that was more experienced and more seasoned, and we had, an actual, like our director, and, which we didn't really have on System Shock 2. What could we do? And so I think there was a lot of enthusiasm in the team to really try to do a more mature version of that kind of game. This is before we had sold the company to Take-Two, and we were an independent developer, right? We were sitting there, we were using the money we made from other development deals we had, and we would try to scrape together whatever time and money we had to work on this thing. And it was not actually something I was particularly keen on doing. The team was much more keen on doing a sort of a System Shock-ish game than I was, because
As you're pitching, right? Like System Shock 3, right?
well, I mean, there was an actual System Shock
Right.
3 that we were pitching
Okay.
back in the day when we were right after System Shock 2, but that never happened. We couldn't get anybody interested because System Shock 2 sold like 5 copies, right? And so, as the business guy, the guy who had to not only just sort of write the content, but the guy who had to go out and get the deals and pay everybody, I wasn't particularly excited about doing this because it was very disappointing when we did System Shock 2 and nobody bought it. You know, it got great reviews, it got these insane reviews, but it left us in a place where it didn't really move the needle for us in terms of making payroll. So I wasn't super excited about it because I didn't see a publisher be interested in it, and I didn't see the audience actually be particularly interested in this kind of game. And it was really the team who convinced me to invest in this because their enthusiasm. I think a lot of them came to the studio because of System Shock 2. And so finally they sort of battered me down, and it's good they did because I was not the first fan of doing this.
And I know initially there was something called the Serene Dawn. That was a spaceship, or what was that?
No, that was
the name of a cult, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
That one's, I think, been lost to the... If I remember correctly, Serene Dawn was a cult. You were playing as a deprogrammer that was infiltrating the cult, and your name happened to be Carlos Coelho, who was one of our programmers at the time.
It's named after him, yeah. Then there was a story notion that I always really found interesting, which was that you have these cults, and you have sometimes people who they're these sort of characters who are really live on the edge of the gray morality, which is these guys who come in and essentially kidnap people out of these cults or rescue them, depending on how you look at it. Because what it really is, from a functional standpoint, it's a kidnapping, right? You're coming to an adult and you're saying, you're hired by their parents or whoever. And this was in the story. It was like a senator whose daughter joined one of these religious movements called the Serene Dawn, you said?
Yeah,
the Serene Dawn. And I always thought that was a really interesting tension of this hero who's basically a kidnapper and taking a young woman against her will out of the place that she was in. Now, you could also make the other argument that, well, she was not really there by her will. But there's a really interesting conversation that goes on there. I think there was actually a Kate Winslet movie, a Harvey Keitel Kate Winslet movie, which dealt with a similar theme. Because usually you hear that story, these deprogrammers as a sort of heroic kind of notion, but I always thought there's something interesting about agency going on there, about are people entitled to make bad mistakes, or is it a bad mistake? It all depends on the person. And I'm not a fan of religious cults or religion in general, but there seemed to be an interesting discussion of freedom there and independent decision making. And I thought that idea was cool, and that was sort of the basis of it for a while. But it was really mostly for the purpose of we needed something to go out and pitch to publishers, and so we know we didn't have a ton of time to really develop it. So that sounded like, all right, this will do for now.
And was that pre-Underwater City? I mean, this was just like an idea for a story.
We may have stepped away from that to do the cult thing, but then we went back to the underwater.
No, we had that one room, remember?
We had the one World War II room with the roaches on the ground and like these weird test tube things that you could walk around. I don't know where that fell. It could have been underwater. There was no windows.
The thing is, we were a small business, right? And we were trying to figure out a way to sell this thing with spending the least amount of money, because we didn't have any money. We didn't have a pot to piss in. So we would do this demo. That was one room basically, just to show. And I'd write up a document, and we'd take it around. I'd fly around the country, be like, "Here's our room." It was a different time, And
we had just come off of SWAT 4. One of the advantages we had is that we were so familiar with that engine at that point that we could really start cranking through, small rooms and lighting and making things look good. So
I took it on the road to sell it to somebody. Nobody cared. We'd go to a publisher and they have to make money, right? And then we'd say, oh, it's sort of a spiritual successor to System Shock 2, and they'd be like, well, how did that sell? And I'd be like, my mom likes it, and they would be like, well, we can't, and usually we'd be talking to a fan. A lot of executives, like sort of junior executives, were fans of System Shock, and they'd go to their boss and they'd be super excited, and their boss would open up, you know, their Excel spreadsheet and be like, no, we can't do this. And I think the pitch probably evolved as we kept trying different permutations trying to sell, but we were also out there trying to sell like 2 or 3 other things at the time. We had a pitch for a game called Monster Island, and
Yep. Well, our SWAT 5 pitch was...
Oh, Zombie SWAT.
Yeah, we had just come off of SWAT 4, which is like hardcore tactical, and we decided they wanted us to do another SWAT, and we didn't really want to do another hardcore tactical game, so we're like, what if we added zombies to SWAT? Like, you're a SWAT team that fights zombies and werewolves. That sounds awesome. And it was like, no, it doesn't.
And this is before, this is
We're
like
not gonna
before zombies were a thing.
Yeah.
And so we came with this thing called Division 9.
Division 9, yeah.
That probably would have been even a bigger financial success than Bioshock.
Wow.
But we couldn't get anybody interested in it.
You didn't have enough werewolves in the demo. Okay.
We had 0 werewolves in the demo. Yeah, we're going to have werewolves, aren't we?
Werewolves and vampires. That was the
Oh,
whole,
really?
Yeah,
Werewolves,
the whole,
vampires,
like,
zombies?
just
That's
throw it
okay,
all the Universal Studios monsters from like,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
So what happened was we couldn't sell it, but we were always sort of independent-minded. And so I said, well, what if we sort of did this in reverse? Instead of getting a publisher first and then doing a press tour on it, what if we sort of did the press first?
Yeah.
And we called up a guy, Andrew Park, who's at GameSpot at the time, who was a fan of System Shock 2 and a great guy. And I said, will you come out and look at this thing we're doing and write a story on it? And he was like, sure. And Andrew flew out and we showed him what we had, which is this very, you know, very rudimentary thing about an underwater base. And he wrote up an article and sort of featured as like, this is the spiritual successor to System Shock 2. And the next day, the phone started ringing from publishers who now all of a sudden saw the article was getting all this pickup and all these comments and people were excited. And that really, I think, put it over the top in terms of being able to sell it, even though it was not Bioshock at that point. It was called Bioshock, but it was not Bioshock. There would have been I don't think there would have been a game. We never would have sold it without Andrew coming out doing that.
My belly's full. Angels.
Alright. Alright. Super. Jeg vil virkelig gerne have de her faktisk. Fordi det er mere energi og more power to me. Dem kan jeg sagtens vente med nemlig. Så ja. Perfect. Oh, it's open now. Jeg har godt nok fuld energi, så jeg tror ikke, jeg kan gå så meget tilbage igen. Oh, ja. Hov. There we go. There we go. Womp. Nice. Fik jeg... Ja, det gjorde jeg vist. Healing har jeg ikke brug for. Alright. Så skal jeg faktisk bare tilbage af. Oh.
You're ready now. It's time to take on one of them big daddies. It won't be easy, but it's the only way to get to the
Oh.
and the Adam they carry.
Alright. Allerede. Oh wow.
It makes me special.
Let's do it. Oh, goodness. Come on. Oh. Woo! Oh! Jeg glemte at hele. Det er okay.
I push when I should pull. A man's in open.
What? Hvorfor kommer jeg så langt tilbage? What?
Are you almost back to emergency access? Come through as soon as you get there. You got Ryan's eye now. You won't hear him coming, but he'll be there before you know it.
Oh, quite nice. There you are, motherfucker. Gotcha.
Why won't you move, Mr. Bubble?
There we go. And I'm gonna save. Just in case. Man ved aldrig. God damn it, I did it again. Come on. Jo, var det rigtigt nok? Jo. Okay. Another Big Daddy? What? Huh. Wow. Lots of money. Holy shit. Ikke fordi jeg behøver. Where? Oh, right there. Jeg tror ikke der dukker flere frem faktisk. Eller hvad? Nope. Se. Har vist fået fat på det hele. Det var godt, så fik jeg lige brugt alle de der gode ekstra skud der. Dejligt. Nej, der var ikke noget på der. Pengene havde jeg snuppet. Jeg har ikke lige lyst til at gå hele vejen tilbage, bare for at hente 2 skud til min revolver. Men jeg kunne gå tilbage efter healing faktisk. Hvis jeg naturligvis skal huske vejen. Can I? Oh, yes I can. As you see. That was not here. Boom. Come on! Say boom! Are you shitting me? Right here. Oh. There we go. And there we go. It's perfect. And I will smack you. There we go. And this one. Fik jeg... Nope, det gjorde jeg ikke. Fik snuppet hvad der var der. Nej, ved du hvad? Jeg føler ikke, jeg er ved at løbe helt tør endnu. Og jeg tror faktisk ikke, at der var flere skud. Men ved du hvad? Så kan jeg reloade imens. Der vi go. Han har reddet faktisk noget på sig. Quite nice. Where is... Jeg må lige få den her vejen. Der vi go. And you. No? Jeg kunne have svoret, at han tabte noget energi, men åbenbart ikke. Lad os lige dobbelttjekke herinde. Jeg fik fat på alt, hvad der var herinde. Det gjorde jeg så ikke, nej. Det gjorde jeg så nu. Sådan der. Jeg har ikke lyst til at rende hele vejen tilbage. Bare for det nemlig. No? Jeg ved ikke, hvorfor jeg ikke har tænkt over det. Jeg har selvfølgelig kortet. There we go.
Security alert deactivated. Thank you for your patience.
I don't know how you managed it, but you did. Call through to Port Neptune now. I'm looking forward to shaking your hand.
Nice. That is perfect. Så det er bare at komme ind, trække håndtaget og så videre. Men det bliver næste gang. Men igen, det er helt op til jer. Det er helt sikkert. Tusind tak, fordi I set med den her gang. Håber, at I er lige så glade for Bioshock, som jeg er. Og det kan I stort set vise mig med at sørge for at like den. Del med venner og familie. Og så vender jeg kun tilbage, hvis jeg kan se, at der er 5 visninger og 5 likes. Det er faktisk det eneste, jeg beder om. Fordi hvis jeg kan se, at det kommer, så ved jeg, at I derude, I kan lide det. Og så fortsætter jeg simpelthen. Hvis jeg kan se, at der ikke sker noget i et stykke tid, så bliver det her desværre den sidste af Bioshock, the first one. Og der er en lille smule ærgerligt, fordi det er et rigtig godt spil, og jeg vil meget gerne dele det med jer. Men som jeg sagde, det er helt op til jer. Så hvis I kan lide det, ved I, hvad I skal gøre. Ellers, pas godt på hinanden til næste gang. Hej med jer.